Hey guys, good morning or good afternoon, depending on whenever I have you. Today we are going to learn about descriptive statistics. So I could read you the TEK. It's kind of confusing because they don't use the word average, they use mean, and we know that mean means average. Okay, so I'm going to start you off in just a second with some vocabulary words. I don't really love to push vocabulary, but I feel like in this case that we really need to make sure that we're understanding vocabulary so we can answer the questions that they ask us. It's going to be necessary to understand the vocabulary. Okay, so I feel it's very important that we understand some of the vocabulary that we're going to be using today. So the first one is, okay, there we go, univariate data, which is data that contains one variable, okay? Then we have quantitative data. Okay, so quantitative data is data that can be quantified by counting or measuring. So you can either count the data or you can measure it over a time, okay? All right, and then we have 5-number summary. It's a summary of the distribution of the data set. It's usually used on a box and whisker plot. And it's basically 5 different numbers that summarize the data, like the minimum value, the upper quartile, the lower quartile. We'll get into all of that. And then we have the interquartile range, which is the measure of spread equal to the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So it's the range, which we know is like the difference in the spread of the data from the top to the bottom. So you're going to find that by, you may want to write this down, IQR, interquartile range, that's what that stands for, IQR equals Q3 minus Q1. So what you'll do is you'll take your quartile 3 and you'll subtract it from quartile 1. That's going to give us our range for the interquartile range, okay? All right, guys, so the first example we're going to do for descriptive statistics is nothing new. We're going to find the mean, which is AKA the average, like if it was your grades, which some of you, this could be your grade. Okay, so your average. So we're going to find, I'm joking, we're going to find the mean, the median, the middle number, the mode, the most occurring, and then the range, mean, median, mode, and range. All right, so one thing I want to say is a lot of you boys who are real into sports and like fantasy football, fantasy baseball, these are some things that you may want to pay attention to because these help you. This is what analysts do. They look at data and they take the numbers and they summarize and they make predictions and whatnot, okay? So, and girls, some of you may want to be into this, okay? Softball and all that, you know, basketball. All right, guys, so this is the ages and years of students in an art class, obviously college. All right, so we have 23, 21, 19, 23, 24, 17, and 15. The first thing you need to do is put your data in order from greatest to least or least to greatest. I always like to do greatest to least, but whatever. All right, so my greatest age is 24. So I'm going to write it down, mark it out. Then it's 23. I have two 23, so I got to write 23 down 2 times. That is what you got to put it in order, okay? Next I see is 21. Then it is 19. Then it's 17. And then it's 15. Okay, so the mean. And you guys have calculators, so y'all can do this really quickly. And I'm going to use my phone super quick because I don't have a calculator right here by me. So use my calculator on my phone. You use your calculator that you have assigned to you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add up all these numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students, okay? So I have 7 students. All right, so let's add these up. We have 24 plus 23 plus 23 plus 21 plus 19 plus 17 plus 15. Now, hopefully I did this right. I don't have a calculator like you, so I can't see. I've got 142 as the sum. So now what we got to do is we got to divide it by the 7 students that we have to see what's about the average age. And our average age is 20.2857143, which I would round to 20.3. So the mean is 20.3 because 20.28, if we're rounding to the nearest tenth, that's going to bump that up to a 3. Okay, so mean, the mode is the most occurring. The most occurring number we see is 23. Okay, mean, median, mode. Mean, oh, I forgot median, sorry. It doesn't matter. The median is the middle number. Okay, so we go like this to find the middle number. This is why you have to have it in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. It doesn't matter. So go like this, boom, boom, it's 21. Now, if I had two middle numbers, what you do with that is you take a mean of the middle numbers. So if I had 21, let's say I had 21 and 18. Okay, say those were the two middle numbers, 21 and 18, that's 39. And then 39 divided by 2, because there's two numbers, is 19.5. So 19.5 would have been our median. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, raise your hand. I will come help you. Okay? And if you get to a problem, I can help you. Okay, the range is when we take the largest number, 23, and the smallest number, 15, which I can do in my head, but it is 8. Okay. All right, so here is the mean, the average age of students in this college art class is 20.3. The most occurring age is 23. The median, the middle average, the middle number is 21. Do you see how these numbers are kind of close together? And then the range of years is 8 years. But look how these numbers, they're kind of close. I mean, they're not that far off. So you have any questions, raise your hand. We'll do another example. All right, so I have tried to record this because I want to keep this short because I know you guys are going to have an assignment over this, and I really want you to understand. So the box and whiskers, I can draw it and explain it, but I found a video that's shorter than me, and it explains it very well. So watch that. You're going to have to watch it to understand IQR quartile range. You have to watch it. It's 6 minutes long, and I'm trying to keep the lesson as short as possible. So please watch that. If you have questions, raise your hand. I'll come help you. It just explains it in a more condensed way than me. I get too wordy.